And welcome back here at the Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri. Evan Wilkes here, and I'm joined with McKendree Director of Athletics, Chuck Brueggemann. And Chuck, tonight, or this afternoon, we got ourselves a full slate of games. What has your experience been so far here at the GLVC tournament?
You know, the environment here is just first class. The GLVC staff have done a fantastic job of putting together a great experience for the student athletes and their fans, and it's just some great basketball. We're seeing a fantastic game right now, and I'm sure the rest of the day will be much of the same.
I would have to agree. And Chuck, for the second year in a row, they're having students take over the broadcast for the GLVC Sports Network. What's your stance on that? And how do you think we've been doing so far?
You know, I think you're doing just a great job. You know, at McKendree, we're blessed to have a number of folks that are students, and they come in and they do a fantastic job of calling all of our play-by-play in color, and just do a great job. And I'm really happy that you and others are having this opportunity.
Well, thank you very much. On a little bit of a different note, kind of looking at this past week, some somber news out of Bellarmine University, the passing of President Dr. McGowan. And can you just speak upon if you knew him and what kind of what he brought to the GLVC?
You know, I was blessed with the opportunity to know Dr. McGowan. Our president and he were very close friends, and because of my association and considering Scott Wiegand, the director of athletics for Bellarmine, a mentor of mine, I've had the pleasure of meeting and being in Dr. McGowan's presence a number of times. I think what he did, first of all, for Bellarmine is he provided a level of excellence, an expectation of excellence in everything it is that they did, and how they branded and how they behaved. The institution is absolutely pristine, and I believe that it was his vision and the expectation that he set that caused that, and that facilitated that. Secondly, from a GLVC perspective, Dr. McGowan was a leader, there's no question. And I think that one of the reasons that the GLVC is one of the strongest, if not the strongest, conference in the nation at the Division II level is because of leadership like Dr. McGowan. Bellarmine's been a longtime member of the GLVC. Dr. McGowan has been steadfast in what it is that he has offered to the GLVC, and it's going to be a significant loss for Bellarmine and for the conference.
Absolutely, and so much has changed over the past course of the 25 years he has been president of Bellarmine University. And can you just go over some of those changes that he's been a part of and what he's really instigated, and his academic focus is really getting students involved?
You know, only being a member of the conference for the last 4 years, I can't speak much before that, but what I can tell you is what I knew of Bellarmine, and that Bellarmine early on was like many institutions, and that is that you know, that the facilities were average, capability was average, and what he has been able to do is move Bellarmine from being an average institution to one of excellence. Bellarmine is an institution that I look at, and that our university looks at as an aspirant university. It's a university that you know, that we're proud to say that we're affiliated with, and it's his leadership that made that happen.
Exactly, and there's a lot to be proud of, not only from him, but for GLVC schools across the conference, kind of changing course a little bit, looking at McKendree University, their basketball coach, head coach Harry Statham, a record-setting coach. He has the most records most wins at a 4-year college out of anybody in the history of college basketball. Can you just speak about what he has brought to the GLVC, and before the GLVC and before McKendree became a part of the GLVC?
You know, I could speak for an entire hour on Coach Statham, because I've known him since the early 80s when I was a student there, and worked closely with him as a student SID and a student athletic trainer. So I've known him very, very well for many years. You know, when somebody has been part of an institution and has done one thing and has coached for 50 years, think about the number of lives that he has touched.
Oh, yeah.
Think about the players that he has recruited. Think about the individuals that have gone on to fight wars and to educate children and to be medical professionals and to be teachers and educators and coaches. Right. And the role that they have played in that he has played in their lives is just significant. He's a legend at our institution, and is certainly a household name amongst collegiate coaches at any level.
Exactly. You look at Coach Harry Statham, then back to Dr. McGowan. It's a very education-based conference, and it's very pushed on not only by university presidents, but by head coaches, and it seems like that culture has really resonated within the GLVC.
You know, I think the GLVC is either ranked 3rd or 4th from an academic standing. And it is, we're very proud of that. We're very proud to be associated with that. And it is the likes of Dr. McGowan, it is the likes of Harry Statham that really pushes forward that life in the balance. And that's what Division II athletics offers, is that real understanding of that you're a student first and you're an athlete second. And that you're going to be a person of good character. So it's great to be affiliated with a division that has that as an ideal, and it's pleasing for me to know that academics are at the heart of the conference.
And it's pleasing to me to know that, too. I'm out here pursuing my dream right here, being on camera right now, and you can't take away any valuable opportunities. And you got to look at the GLVC Sports Network, which was just launched last year, and their expansion and what they've brought to the conference, allowing these games to all be streamed and televised and to create a more national exposure of the GLVC.
It is certainly doing that. You know, we have a number of sports
we got to go after. This is the last question. We have to finish this.
McKendree, and those student athletes have the opportunity, their parents, to watch their sons and daughters participate. And so we're going into the homes in California and Texas and Ohio and all over the country and offering an opportunity for those parents to watch their children play.
All right, Chuck, thank you for joining me for the halftime interview, and look forward to the remainder of this season for all GLVC sports and the spring sports season coming up.
Thank you for what you're doing, and good luck to you.
Thank you. You're watching live coverage of the GLVC quarterfinals right here on the GLVC Sports Network, where champions are crowned.